Hi all. So in today's video, we are going to discuss data hierarchies and drill down. Means we'll see how to create data hierarchies and drill down structures in Tableau. So basically, if we go just by definition, hierarchy is nothing but arranging the data fields in a hierarchical level. Means a field at the top, and then you drill down and you go to the end fields. So by creating hierarchies in Tableau, we set our entire data on different levels of details and organize them. So just to quote an example to you, if we have multiple fields like region, country, city, area, all in our dataset, we can create a geographical hierarchy in a way that region is the top, and when you drill down the region, you will get the list of countries, and on drilling down the countries, you will get states. On drilling down the state, you will get cities, and on drilling down the cities, you get areas. So all these fields, you can establish a relationship between each of these fields and add them to a hierarchy. Then another example of creating hierarchy can be the hierarchy which we get in terms of time fields, like we can have year, month, week, day. All of these separate fields, we can jot them together and create a time hierarchy. You will understand this better when we'll see it live in our Tableau workbook. So without much ado, let me take you to my Tableau workbook. So here is my Tableau workbook. I have tried to plot a relationship between the order dates and the sales. Now you will see when I click a plus over here, it drills down to the quarter level. So for the last 4 years, previously when I was seeing only the data order date by year, it was showing me the year wise distribution of sales. Now when I do it quarter wise, it is showing me the quarter wise distribution. Now when I drill down it further, I can see the month wise distribution of sales in the last 4 years. When I drill down further, I see this day wise for the last 4 years. And now if I collapse it back to the month level, and I collapse it back to the quarter level, and I remove this order here over here, then this data will be available to me in the form of quarters. So something similar is what is known as a hierarchy. So for this order date, we already had a hierarchy maintained in the data source, but we can create a hierarchical fields ourselves. So I'll tell you how. So let me remove this visualization over here. And over here, if you see, I have got this category field, and I would like to see the sales across category in the last 4 years. So I can see the sales data when I place over here. This is the year-wise sales. I'm just placing the sales on the labels. This is the year-wise sales. Now, if I would, I have this one more field which is subcategory. Now, subcategory is nothing but a lower level of the category field. So, if I would like to add subcategory and category in the form of a hierarchy, I can just select the subcategory field and drag it over and reach to the category, and I can place it over here. So when I do it, it is showing me that I am going to create a hierarchy using category and subcategory fields, and would I like to rename it? So I would like to rename it as product. So when I do so, I'll get a field over here named as product, which has got two sub fields, that is category and subcategory, and the hierarchy is first comes category, then subcategory. So over here, you will see that this category field has got a plus sign now. Previously there was no plus sign. Now it has got a plus sign. So when I click plus over here, from category, the data will be bifurcated to subcategory. So when I click over here, you will see the data has been bifurcated to subcategory corresponding to each category. So that was a hierarchical field which we have created. Now if over here in below hierarchy, if I want to add some other field, I can do that. So maybe below hierarchy, I would like to add the product names. So what I'll do, I'll select the product name field. I'll select the product name field, and I'll drag and drop it over the subcategory field. So what will happen? It will be added in this product hierarchy below the subcategory field. So over here you will see the subcategory field has got a plus sign. Now when I click plus sign over here, the sales will be further drilled down to the product level. So you can see it's drilled down to the product level. Now if I want, I can remove the category from here. I can also remove the subcategory from here. So I can see that the products are visible to me. The sales are visible to me based on the each product name. So this is the way I had created a subcategory. So now I'll remove all of this. Okay. And now whenever I have to create a subcategory, I can directly place this product over here, and I can directly place this sales over here. So when I have given the product name, this name is given to the hierarchy. But whenever you drag and place it on the columns or rows, you will get the name of the first member of the hierarchy. So although the name of the hierarchy is product, but when you place product hierarchy on the column, you will get the name of the first member in the hierarchy, the member which is at the top, that is category. So if in case of over here, instead of category had the product name being on the top, so the name of over here, then on dragging and dropping the product, right now I'm getting category, but if I place product above category in this hierarchy, then I'll get the name of product over here. Now I'll remove this. Okay, while I place it over here, it's saying me add all the members. I would like to add all the members. Okay, so now I get the product names first. So I think this is clear to you how to create hierarchy and how to give it a name. And when you drag and drop the hierarchy, you will get the name of the first member in the hierarchy. So let me change it back. I want to place product name at the end after subcategory only. I'll remove this. Now let me create one more hierarchy, supposedly of say I have got this state field. This is a geographical field. I can add it as a member of the region field, which is not a geographical field, but still I can create a hierarchy. So I am creating this hierarchy. I am adding state below region, and I am giving it a name as location. So this is the location hierarchy I have created. Now this has the region as the top layer. Then below region is in the region is top in the hierarchy, and then we have states. Now below states, if I would like to add cities, I can do that. So I have the city over here. I'll place it over here below the states, and I get this hierarchy. So this is my hierarchy. Now when I would like to see the profit distribution across the locations, so what I'll do, I'll simply drag and drop the location. And as you know that the first member in the hierarchy is what the name is shown over here. So here when I drag and drop location, I'll see region fill with the plus sign. So you can see there's a region fill with a plus sign. Now right now the sales the profits are shown based on the region. So the profits based on the region. Now when I drill it further, these are the profits based on the sales for each region. I can see that. Now if I drill down it further, I can see it across the cities. So Chicago is is generating a loss for me, whereas Evanston is generating a profit for me. One of the highest profits is coming from Lafayette city, which is under the Illinois province or Illinois state of the central region. So in this way, I have now, in case I would like to remove the region from here, I can just drag and drop. So I can get the values across states. If I would like to see only based on city, I can remove the state as well. So I can now see the data only, the profit data corresponding to the cities. So in this way, we create data hierarchies, and then using them, we give a drill down effect to our visualization. Now, one thing over here, I'll remove all of this, and now let me use the order state field, which was there. So the order date field I have, and which already has a hierarchy in it, and I'm placing sales over here. Now one thing you notice over here is over here when I click a plus sign, the year gets drilled down to quarter, but my visualization over here, it gets broken into discrete values. When I drill down it further, quarter to months, it is further broken into discrete values. Means my line charts over here are not connected. They are discrete because this year field of mine is discrete, but these date fields, they can be converted into continuous fields as well. So you will see over here I get an option to convert this field to continuous or discrete. So these options over here in a date field, I get these two sections. So this section over here, just a second, I'll show that section again. So this section over here on the top is corresponding to one type of data, and this is to another type of data. So over here, if you see, if I convert it into say year, so it remains in the discrete value, because over here this first half represent the discrete value, this represents the continuous value. Now if I would like to convert this year, this order date pill, the order date dimension, into a continuous variable, I can do that. So I'll select year over here, and now you can see its color has changed. From blue it has converted to green. So basically this order date field which was there, this was a date field, and in date field we get an option to convert it into discrete or continuous. By default they come as discrete, so if I want to make them discrete, these are the options. Now if I would like to convert into continuous, I can do that. So when I have selected one of these values, it has got converted to continuous. Previously when it was discrete, when I was drilling it down, the data was being bifurcated. The line charts were being bifurcated into discrete values. They were not coming continuous. But now since I have converted into continuous, selecting a value from here, so the pill over here has converted to green. Now when I'll bifurcate or drill it down to further to quarter and monthly levels, you will see that the chart is coming continuous. Further, when I do it, you will see it's month, and then week, and then day. So you will see that when I have converted this order date of mine into a continuous variable, I drill down the data to whatever level, but the chart remains continuous. But there is another side of this. Since I have converted this field into continuous, now I don't get separate pills for each level. So you must have noticed when it was when it was dimension, when the order date was dimension, for each level you drilled down, you got a new option of the pill added. But when it is continuous, you don't get the new option of the pill added. Within the same pill, that things happens. So I'll convert it back again and you'll understand. So I'm converting it back again to a discrete field, that is a dimension. Now when I drill down from year to say quarter, and quarter to say month, you will see with each drill down in my field, I get a separate pill for each drill down, and then it's my wish that I can keep it or I can move it out and keep the remaining ones. So for each drill down, you will see when the order date is the date field is in the form of dimension. For the each drill down I get a separate pill. But when it is continuous in nature, let me convert it back. Let me bring the order date again. Okay, over here. Now since when it was discrete, you saw that with each drill down I get a new pill for the lower level, and I can remove anyone I want. But when I convert it to continuous, let me convert it to continuous first. Over here, when these values are selected, it is discrete. When these values are selected, this becomes continuous. So I'm selecting this year value over here, it has become continuous. Now when I drill down to supposedly say quarter or month level, you will see that although charts have become continuous, but my pill over here is converting, means the value is being changed in the same pill. I'm not getting a separate pill for the each lower level. So when I converted from year to quarter, the year went off and I can see quarter now. When I drilled it down further, quarter is removed and I can see data for month. And when I drill down to month, I can see the data for the week. But again in the same pill I get all this data. Now for me to go back to the year, I'll have to remove this and I'll have to add back the order date field again. But in case it was dimension, it was discrete in nature, then I could have directly used the year pill. So right now, since it is continuous in nature, so whenever I'll drill it down further within the same pill, it will drill down. It will not create a separate pill for each lower level. So that was pretty much about the data hierarchies and how do we handle the date field in case of data hierarchies. These date type fields have a special character that they can be used both as discrete fields and as continuous fields. Based on our necessity, we can change their data type. So that was pretty much about the data hierarchies. See you guys in the next video.